Number 1. In recent years, public libraries in the United States have experienced B reductions in their operating funds due to cuts imposed at the federal, state, and local government levels. This provides a noun reductions yielding a grammatically complete and coherent sentence. This trend, combined with the increasing accessibility of information via the Internet, has led some to claim that librarianship is in decline as a profession. A was correct, no change, because the singular verb has agrees with the singular noun trend. The share of library materials that is in non-print formats is increasing steadily. In 2010, at least 18.5 million ebooks were available for circulation. D. It includes only the preposition and noun that the sentence requires. So, as a result, librarians must now be proficient curators of electronic information, compiling, cataloging, D, and updating these collections. The verb form cataloging parallels the other verbs in the series. While these classes are particularly helpful to young students developing basic research skills, adult patrons, in other words, delete the underlined portion, can also benefit from librarian assistance in that they can acquire job-relevant computer skills. No conjunction is necessary to communicate the relationship between the clauses in the sentence. The conjunction while at the beginning of the sentence already creates a comparison. On one hand, I couldn't wait to view painter Jorge Seurat's, that's D, 10-foot wide a Sunday afternoon on the island of La Grande Jatte in its full size. No punctuation is necessary in the underlined phrase. 14. It took me by surprise then when my favorite exhibit at the museum was one of its tiniest, the Thorn miniature rooms. C is the best answer because it provides the appropriate possessive form, its, and a colon to introduce the identifying phrase that follows. Remember that it''s is it is. No apostrophe is actually the possessive form. The couch and chairs, in keeping with the style of the time, are characterized by elegantly curved arms and legs, and are covered in luxurious velvet. That was C. It provides a coordinating conjunction and to connect the two verb phrases characterized, or are characterized, and are covered. As I walked through the exhibit, I overheard a visitor remark, "You know, that grandfather clock actually runs. Its glass door swings open and the clock can be wound up." The article A requires the singular noun visitor, and the simple present verb remark is the appropriate verb tense in this context. 21. Another visitor noticed my fascination with a tiny writing desk and its drawers dotted with pin-sized knobs. All of those little drawers pull out, and you see that hutch? Can you believe it has a secret compartment? D is the best answer because it identifies the drawers rather than the visitor as being dotted with pin-sized knobs. This is about modifier placement. It should be right next to the noun that it modifies, like so. It has long been known that the sea otters living along the west coast of North America help keep kelp forests in their habitat healthy and vital. A, no change, is the best answer because it correctly completes the noun phrase that begins with sea otters and directly follows the noun phrase with the verb help. A recent study by two professors at the University of California, Santa Cruz, Chris Wilmers and James Estes, suggests that kelp forests protected by sea otters can absorb as much as 12 times the amount of carbon dioxide from the atmosphere as those where sea urchins are allowed to devour the kelp. D is the best answer because it offers the verb suggests, followed directly by its object, a that clause, without interruption. Like its terrestrial plant cousins, kelp removes carbon dioxide from the atmosphere, turning it into sugar fuel through photosynthesis and releases oxygen back into the air. C is the best answer because the possessive singular pronoun its corresponds with the referent, kelp, which appears later in the sentence, and with the possessive relationship between the pronoun and the terrestrial plant cousins. 30. Scientists knew this but did not recognize how large a role sea otters played in helping kelp forests to significantly decrease the amount of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. This was C. The reason being, it provides the noun sea otters to identify who or what played a role. Wilmers and Estes caution, however, that having more otters will not automatically solve the problem of higher levels of carbon dioxide in the air. But they suggest that the presence of otters provides a good model of how carbon can be sequestered or removed from the atmosphere through the management of animal populations. D is the best answer because it provides punctuation that appropriately identifies removed as the definition of sequestered. Planned obsolescence, a practice whereby products are designed to have a limited period of usefulness, has been a cornerstone of manufacturing strategy for the past 80 years. D is the best answer because it provides a conjunction that correctly identifies the relationship between a practice and the actions involved in the practice. So planned obsolescence, a practice at which products are designed to have a limited period of usefulness, has been a cornerstone of manufacturing strategy for the past 80 years. Choice A is the best answer because it provides a comma to close the apositive clause, a practice whereby products are designed to have a limited period of usefulness, which also begins with a comma. More like a fair than an actual cafe, the first repair cafe took place in Amsterdam, the Netherlands. Choice B is the best answer because it provides the correct spelling of the noun fair, meaning exhibition, and uses the correct word than, T-H-A-N, to create the comparison between a fair and a cafe. It was the brainchild of former journalist Martin Postma, who wanted to take a practical stand in a throwaway culture. Choice C is the best answer because it offers a relative pronoun that properly links the noun Martin Postma with the appropriate verb wanted. While waiting for service, patrons can enjoy coffee and snacks and mingle with their neighbors in need. Choice D is the best answer because the gerund waiting corresponds with the preposition for and the present tense used in the rest of the sentence.